Welcome to all my OpenOffice Impress user friends out there. Well, the title kind of said it all, didn't it? Let's get right to it. As you can see, I have a very generic looking set of slides here. First thing we're going to do is go to View, bring up our task pane. I'm going to go to Task Pane and choose Slide Transition. Now we got to jump back over here to our introductory slides. We're going to click there, hold shift to come down here, and we're going to have them all highlighted so that what we do over here will affect all of these slides. You can see here it defaults to mouse click. We want to change that to automatically after, and it's set on 2 seconds, and that will be perfect for this demonstration. Next, we want to come over to our main presentation. We're going to click the first one, hold shift, go down to the last one, left click that so that they're all highlighted, and we're going to hide them. Right there it says hide slide, and there they are. They're all hidden. That is important for this to operate properly. Now we're going to choose our introduction slide and get it back up here, and we're going to embed a hyperlink. To do that, we come up to Insert, run down here to Hyperlink, and you'll get this window. You do want to make sure that it's on Document. First thing we have to do is set up our document path. If you hit this down arrow, you will get a list of documents, and I know that right there it is. That is the path for this particular document I'm working inside. If you save your document you're working in and go back out and come back into Impress, it should be on that list. If it is not, you may have to go here to Open File and go find it. Next, we have to set up our target. Our target is our fourth slide in our presentation. That is our first slide in our main, but is the fourth slide. So we're going to choose slide 4 and apply that. Now we could be done, and in fact, I'm going to go ahead and apply right here, and you'll see it popped up right behind there. Let's close this. So there it is. It's fully functional, and it is embedded into this particular slide, but it's not very pretty, is it? Let's do something about that. Control Z is going to undo that. We're going to start over, go to Insert, Hyperlink, get our document path set, our target set, slide 4 again, jumps right over there. This time we're going to come down here to this field right next to text, click inside there, and we're going to type main show. I'm a very slow typer. We're going to apply that, and we're going to close it, and lo and behold, there it is. This time it says main show. Now we're going to move it down here to this lower corner. That's where I prefer mine, so that it's out of the way of the information that you may have on your introductory slides. I'm making this box bigger because I want to make this text bigger. Alright, so I'm going to highlight this text, and I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go to Character, and I'm going to go to Font. I'm going to highlight under Size and type in 60. Of course, it is your choice. Now it's nice and big. It says Main Show. As you can see, it turns into a pointy hand, and that means it is active. And if I click, there it is. It's already operating, goes right to the main presentation slide. You might leave it like this. You may choose to do so. Perhaps you have your company name down there, or if you're working with a church and you're setting up a slide presentation for your church, maybe have the name of your church down there. But let's say you wanted to make that go away, make it invisible. There's one way you can do that. If you highlight this thing, there it is. We are going to highlight the text again. Hold on. There we go. Well, it's not quite. There we go. I'm going to right click, go to Character. I could have done this the first time. I'm going to go to Font Effects, And what we're going to do is make the color of the text the same color as the background of the slide. Well, that is black. So let's make the text black, and we're going to OK that. And I'm going to click off of it, and there it is. Or rather, there it isn't. It seems to have disappeared, but we know it's there because when we put our cursor over it, it turns into the little pointy hand. And yes, there it is, still functional. Now there's another step we want to do. Let's highlight this again, and let's get this into our other two introductory slides. Control C is going to copy. Let's choose Introduction 2 and do Control V and paste that in. Of course, you can come up here to edit and do those things as well. So now we have that hyperlink embedded into all three introduction slides, and that's so when it is cycling through, it's going to be there available anytime you need it. You don't have to wait for it to go to a particular slide and then start your main show. Alright, we're almost done. 1 or maybe 1.5 steps left. Let's go to Slideshow. Slideshow settings. We want to make sure it is on all slides under range. You have it on from slide 2 or 1 or whatever it might be. It's going to get confused. It's going to jump back to slide 1 here in this case. You don't want that. Make sure it's on all slides. Down here under type, instead of default, we want it to be auto. Now you don't want 10 seconds either for duration of pause. You want 0. Quickest way to do that, highlight it, type in a 0, or we could have used our down arrow to get there. I'm going to click OK. Alright, it's ready to go, except we're going to make this entire window slightly smaller, and you'll see why here in just a second. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start the show by hitting F5 on my keyboard. And there it is, it's running. Every 2 seconds, it's cycling through my introduction slides, just like we had set up. Now I have two displays. My main display is showing this information right here. You will have to trust me on that. Now there's two ways we can start our main show. Obviously we want to click on our hyperlink, and that hyperlink is in 2 spots actually. It's on our main display. When we put our cursor over there, it's going to turn to the little pointy hand, and we can start our main show from there. Or it's also right here. It's active in this pane right here. Now the one thing it does not do is your cursor doesn't change to little Mr. Pointy Hand. It stays an arrow. I'm going to click on that, and hey, there it is. It worked. It went right to the main presentation. And now you can see why I made this window smaller. It's so that it doesn't take up this whole window when you start your main. That way it doesn't cause any freakouts for anybody who might be running it. It's real easy to minimize it. Of course, you could have done that up here too. Alright, now we're in our main presentation, and it is waiting for on mouse click. We can also do that here, and we're going to go to our last slide in our main presentation. Remember that was 4. It looks like it's going to go blank for our next slide, but here's something pretty cool. If you go to next after your last slide, it rolls right back into the introduction, so everything you had going before your main is now rolling after the main as well. Pretty cool. Okay, that's all I've got. If you have any comments or suggestions, please do so below. And you take care. Bye-bye.